wouldn't have minded it at all if only my eldest brother Emil had just shut up and forgotten the whole mess this morning. But he kept on asking Pipay, our 16 years old maid, who stained the white nylon shirt he was going to wear this morning. That shirt, which had worn only once, was a gift from Lulu, his girlfriend. The rust left an ugly crescent stain at the back of the shirt, which was immaculate white and 100% pure nylon.
Damn it, you little imp. You ruined this special shirt and yet you're not telling how did this happen? Oh, come on. Say you did it. Say it!
But he couldn't get it. From Pipay, who was then on the moments where tears will fall from her eyes, Pipay is mute and the way she looked was pitiful. The house was suddenly silent. A moment later, Emil barged into our room. He hurriedly took a shirt jack from the cabinet and looked crackless at the mirror. From the door that was flung open, I saw Pipay wiping her eyes with the edge of her printed dress. I pushed the door close and threw the book I was reading. I lay on my bed for hours just thinking. Today is Saturday and you know it. We have no classes. Father and mother are both in the province. Emil is also out. So Pipay and I are the only ones left in the house. Besides, Pipay's mother and two younger sisters live in our garage. How did they get there? Well, 3 months ago, Aling Oliva, Pipay's mother, was washing clothes for the people down below when my mother asked her to do the laundry for us. Mother had a hard time asking for maids in the agency that she gambled on Aling Oliva, but Pipay wasn't with them when they moved in. After 2 weeks, Aling Oliva suggested that she would get another daughter from a cousin so that we could have a maid. That was when Pipay came. She didn't look like any of her sisters because her biological father is different from her sister's father. And because of that, she had fair, pinkish skin and beautiful black doe eyes. She was really beautiful the first time I saw her. Actually, her name isn't really Pipay. It's Julieta. But her mother had called her Pipay. Since she was a child because of her defect, she is mute. Her name Pipay was derived from the Filipino word pipi, meaning mute. Julie, it's a lot sweeter to hear than Pipay, don't you think? Now why am I telling all this stuff about Pipay? I want you to know and understand her. And I was telling you how Pipay came into our lives.
Molly!
Someone is calling me. Bad trip. Do you know the feeling that when you're reminiscing the moments you first met your loved one and somebody just got in the way? It's so freaking annoying. But the voice didn't sound familiar at all. Maybe it's Pipay who suddenly started to talk because she was shocked at the words Emil told her. But that voice, it sounded more like a man. I went out of the room and found the living room with no one.
Hey Molly! Hey, are you home?
The voice called again while banging the door. I opened it and saw Vic, one of the guys in the school that you wouldn't want to talk to. He's really fat and very green, if you know what I mean.
Hey Molly, I caught you right this time, huh?
So what do you want from me?
Boy, do you know that there are new talents at White Devil?
White Devil is a cocktail lunch in Ermita where some boys and girls from exclusive schools hold their disco affairs. What now? I said in embarrassment. I know he'll talk about that again. I've been there once and I didn't like it.
The new talents are so terrific. I've invited the whole gang except you. I didn't get to see you yesterday at the gym.
But I can go with you. I've got to study for the test on Monday.
What's eating you? I'm telling you all these gorgeous talents and now you're telling me that you've got to study for a test? Boy, you'll be missing lots of fun.
Why don't you invite me some other time? I really need to focus on my studies.
Oh, come on, Molly. I'll pick you up at 7. Tests are no match for 36, 23, 36. You'll see there.
I don't want to go. I said I don't want to. I really flared up and because of it. I didn't even notice Pipay entered the room. Vic wasn't even listening to me. He was looking at Pipay like a wild dog who hadn't eaten for days.
Okay, chill down, Molly. I know why you aren't interested about coming. There is a lovelier talent here. Well, I guess I better be going. Bye, Molly. See you soon.
So freaking annoying, Vic. He even dared to wink at me just because of Pipay. How relieved I was that the fat slab was gone. I wouldn't thrown him out of the window with no grills, and if he was just about my size, he's 50-50-50, you know. That giggle, I'm sure it is from Pipay. Her small hand just tried to suppress the sound, but she was already gone before I can tell her anything. Anyway, I'm happy Pipay can giggle now. She has such a courageous heart. Maybe it was why I like her. A brave little lady. You know what? I feel like giving her a kiss on her cheek, but I don't have the nerve to do that this time. If I have the guts, I will do it and give her the poem I wrote last night. It goes like this.
The moon told
Of
me
course,
to prepare
I didn't
for
write
some...
it in English.
ito muna.
Wala. Again. Sige.
Give. The moon told me to prepare for some task I didn't know. The sun told me to go to some place I never trod. The violet bade me to tell something I never thought. The wind gave me the courage for something I never dared. And they all said in chorus, it's time, it's time. It baffled me for days before I realized my heart's been dead for days and dead till now because only the flame from you can spark it to light anew.
Of course, I didn't write it in English, but I postponed the poem giving ceremony. Till the next day, I rewrote it on a pink stationery which I got from Emil's drawer. I wrote in print so that Pipay wouldn't know who sent it. Then, I folded the letter into the 1-4-3 styles my peers taught me. While being careful so nobody would see me, I placed the letter in the laundry basket just before dawn. Everybody was asleep because the symphony of snores filled the air. And I'm sure that only Pipay could get the letter because nobody in the house except her dared to examine our dirty and stinky clothes. Then a week later, I was lying on my bed reading a magazine when I heard the door knobbing, being turned slowly and carefully. I know it isn't Emil. What I saw next was a small hand, the small hand of Pipay. I knew it. Immediately, I covered my face with the magazine and pretended to snore. Pipay walked into our room holding a small white envelope. She was smiling in a sweet way as she opened the drawer and put the letter inside. Then she went out quickly and as quietly as she came in after a sudden. I jumped off my bed to see what she had written in the letter in English. It read,
My dearest Emil, before everything, I hope that you are in fine condition. You know, Emil, I am wondering right now because of the poem you gave me. I never thought that you have a hidden sentiment for me because you have never even given a hint of your feelings for me. However, I am willing to forget what you did to me before since you purposely did that so that nobody will know what you really felt. I also love you, Emil, and I hope your love will not change. Love, Pipay. P.S. Please do not tell our secret to anybody, not even Molly.
I felt crushed, so Pipay thought it was Emil who wrote the poem. And if ever somebody discovers the letter, it will be the end of her. I wouldn't want. Not even if Pipay really loved my brother, I took a matchbox and burned the letter. I was busy looking at it that I didn't notice Emil enter our room.
What's that, Molly?
Huh? Oh, this? It's nothing. It's just one of our experiments in physics. Never mind this thing.
Ah, okay. Where's Ma? Tell her I've got a date with Lulu tonight.
Okay.
Are you sick or something?
Of course not.
Just tell Ma, huh?
Emil was even... Emil was even humming a tune when he went out of our room. Then I was alone again. The paper became ashes and I didn't bother to clean it up because I know somebody will do it. Well, Pipa did the next morning and she did so many things. Well, Pipa did the next morning and she did so many things in the days that followed and she's doing things she never did before. It was Emil this, Emil that, while I tried to nurse my broken heart. It really hurts to see a loved one loving another. Pipay was my first love and my first heartache. My friend, sensing that I'm not acting the way I used to, tried to comfort me. Well, I'm happy Vic wasn't with the big cause of expulsion. Vic will just ruin my moments of grief. He'll just say things and stuff about White Devil and other greenly things. I took my time playing basket in the next few weeks but I still had my thoughts of Pipay. The biggest blow in my whole 16 years in this earth came. Mother told me that Pipay will no longer be with us. Why, Ma?
It's your brother, Molly. Do you still remember the day when Lulu came over?
Yes.
Well, she saw Pipay. Emil said to me the words Lulu had told him.
Who's the girl in your house? I hate her. I really do. I don't want to see her again. Promise me that you'll fire her.
Lulu got jealous of Pipay.
Yes, you know how girls are nowadays. Lulu didn't stop nagging your brother until he promised that Pipay will be fired in a week's time.
But Ma,
But why, Molly?
nothing. I was just thinking if...
If
Never mind it, Ma. I wanted to protest then. It's so unfair. If Emil didn't like her attitude, why did he not just ignore her? Her only fault was that she felt she was really in love. In a week's time, Pipay went back to her aunt's place, never to come back, I think. Oh, please, Pipay, return if possible. But still, her mother and two sisters live in out garage too. Before the scenes and times were complete, now I'm missing a lot of things. I miss the times when I can talk to Pipay. I wouldn't say I cry at night. Yes, I got lonely sometimes, but I try to be like Pipay. I'm almost a man now, you see. Tomorrow, I'll be 17, and I know that there's another chance for me to be successful.